Hi, I'm Lael, and you're watching English with Lael. Today, I'm going to tell you about simple past verbs. First of all, how do we make simple past verbs? Now, these are also sometimes called a verb to, so that's the same meaning. This means verb to. And the main way to do it is to add ed to your verb. If your verb is regular or normal, we add ed. So for example, if your verb is play in the present, we add ed and we have played. If your verb has an e on the end already, then you will only add the d. You don't need to add another e. So for example, if your verb is like, oh, there's already an e there, I will just add a d and I have liked. Now, if you are going to ask a question or if you have a negative sentence with not in it, then you use a did to make your sentence with your question or your not. So, for example, did you play basketball yesterday? Or for a not, I did not play basketball yesterday. The did is past. The other verb, in this case play, does not need to show a past. So you just use a base verb. If you need more information about that, I have a video about that too. Okay, there are also what we call irregular verbs. And that means they are not regular, they are not normal, and they do something else besides adding ed or d. And there are lots of different ones. I'll give you a couple examples. Do changes to did. Now, if you're going to learn one irregular, please learn that one because you will need it for the questions and the negative sentences, right? Go changes to went in the simple past. Another very useful verb. Sit changes to sat. Eat changes to ate. And there are many others as well. In the comments, you can leave an example of an irregular verb that you know. Okay? Now, the meaning of simple past is that your action or verb is real and far and complete. So it's real, not like a future verb. Future verbs are not real because they are in the future, we aren't sure. They're far. They're farther than a present verb. So a present verb is close. A past verb is far. Sometimes it's far because it's in the past, but not always. Past verbs are not always in the past. These verbs are also complete. That means they are not like an ing verb. Ing verbs mean that the action is incomplete or not done. These verbs are done and we think of them as something complete. Okay? So when do we use simple past? Well, we use it for the past sometimes. So if I say, I went to school yesterday, you hear yesterday and went, and you know that it is past. It is farther from saying, I go to school every day. Okay? There are other reasons that we use simple past besides past, and they all show distance, and that's that idea of far instead of close. One is politeness. If I say, did you want to get coffee later? The later means future, right? But I said, did you want to get coffee? Not because I made a mistake. because it is more polite to use a past verb there than to use a present verb. So politeness is also distance, or that idea of being far. Okay? Reported speech is when I say what someone else said. If my mom says, "It is raining," and then I say what she said, even right after, I can say, "She said it was raining." And that shows the distance from I'm not saying it, my mom is saying it, okay? So reported speech, we also use past for. This is also very, very common in fiction writing. So if I write a story, most stories are written in simple past, or most of the verbs are simple past in most stories. So this is the most common type of verb in fiction writing. It is also one of the most common verbs in speaking and in other forms of writing like news or academic writing. You'll also hear a lot of simple pasts that are talking about something that happened in the past or for some other reason feel far away. I hope this helps you to understand and use simple past. I'm Lael, and you're watching English with Lael. Have a great day. Bye.